My name is Philippe Degrez. I'm the VP of Marketing at Accuray. Get ready to see more, know more, and do more with ClearRT, our new state-of-the-art kVCT imaging solution. Here at Accuray, we've always aimed higher. Our users and advisors are continually pushing to create technologies that deliver more, better, faster. Accuray vision is to expand the curative power of radiation therapy and improve as many lives as possible. We have changed the world of radiation therapy throughout our history by introducing what today has become the state-of-the-art delivery techniques in IMRT, SRS, and SBRT. Last fall at Astro, we introduced ClearRT. ClearRT, our new kVCT imaging solution, offers a fully integrated workflow, just 5 steps, to complete treatment. Its high fidelity, Huntsville unit and spatial distortion are similar to a diagnostic or planning CT. We are using a helical fan beam kVCT solution very similar to conventional CT. In its journey, ClearRT has come a long way in just the past 6 months. Today, you'll get an inside look at how ClearRT grew from a bold vision more than 30 years ago to a clinical reality today. You'll see how Accuray brought that vision to life in developing and manufacturing the Radixact system with ClearRT. You'll get the first look at ClearRT clinical usage and hear how it can redefine what's possible in adaptive radiotherapy. ClearRT to see more, ClearRT to know more, ClearRT empowers you to do more. I invite you to ask questions to our experts throughout the event using the chat function. To get started, I'm very honored to introduce one of the tomotherapy inventors. He will share how ClearRT represents the full realization of his visionary idea behind the original tomotherapy technology, Professor Rock Mackey.
The inspiration was originally how to deliver intensity modulated radiation therapy. In fact, we were thinking about the problem before it even had the name IMRT. And so delivering a slice at a time seemed to us to be a very efficient way to do it. In fact, today, the binary collimator-based delivery is still the best in terms of modulation, and that's what IMRT is all about. So the tomotherapy platform was designed to deliver slice therapy, and slice therapy was delivering thin slices in a helical fashion. And so the natural place to put such a device is on a ring gantry. And with a ring gantry, it was natural. In fact, it was Tim Holmes, one of my students, who suggested it was natural to include a CT scanner on board. The product we delivered was the first CT-guided radiotherapy system, and it was the first system that could really do IMRT extremely well, and it opened up the possibility for full adaptive radiation therapy. I feel great that tomotherapy is still kind of the state-of-the-art way to deliver megavoltage X-ray radiotherapy. And you know, clearly the ability then to deliver the best quality of radiation therapy really matters to patients. I mean, patients are why a company like Accuray and tomotherapy before it are doing what they're doing. I mean, we always had a feeling that the ultimate customer wasn't a clinic, it was the patient. And I think that's so true today, just as it was 30 years ago. But really the vision, the original vision was to combine a megavoltage treatment beam and a kilovoltage verification beam. So it's really nice now that Accuray has finally achieved that dream in a paper written in 1993 to have the capabilities of kV on board for imaging.
Today, Accuray brings Professor Mackey's vision to life by introducing a helical fan beam kVCT imaging solution on the Radixact system, the next generation tomotherapy platform. We assemble all our system at the Accuray manufacturing facility located in Madison, Wisconsin. The 3,000 square meter facility includes 8 bunkers for testing and QA. The 70 engineers and technicians at this facility have together built more than 1,500 Accuray systems, which provide advanced treatment to patients in over 60 countries around the world. Each Radixact system requires around 350 hours of hands-on time. The platform itself comes to life over nearly 2 weeks of expert hand assembly. Once completed, the Radixact system undergoes more than a week of comprehensive testing and quality assurance in one of our bunkers. After each Radixact system passes rigorous testing standards, the system then ships out from our loading dock in Madison to hospitals worldwide, supported by 34 regional warehouses strategically spread across the globe. ClearRT is right on track with our regulatory clearance and commercial release roadmap. In December 2020, ClearRT received 510(k) clearance from the FDA. Then, in March this year, Shonin approval from the Japanese Ministry of Health. These approvals cleared the way for the commercial release of ClearRT in Japan and in the US, and in other areas of the world where 510(k) clearance is recognized. We expect to have a CE mark by the end of June this year and intend to ship our first commercial ClearRT system to Europe during this current quarter. Now, we're giving you the first look at how the team at Willis Knighton Cancer Center in Shreveport, Louisiana, is already using ClearRT to redefine what's possible in radiotherapy treatment. Dr. Rosen is a renowned and long-term expert in the clinical application of tomotherapy technology. He was the first user to deliver clinical treatment using ClearRT helical fan beam kVCT imaging for the Radixact system.
Our department chose to adopt ClearRT because it was a natural evolution of the type of therapy that we do here. We were very early users of the tomotherapy unit. I think back in 2003, we started doing image-guided IMRT with tomotherapy. We've always been fans of image-guided radiation therapy for nearly 20 years in our department. But there have always been limitations with traditional megavoltage or cone beam systems. We think that ClearRT on the Radixact may actually change our clinical practice. Part of the reason for that is that we want to be able to get down to the very accurate image quality like we can get with a diagnostic CT that allows us to tighten our margins in a way that we necessarily can't do with an older cone beam system or even megavoltage system. The ClearRT system uses a fan beam technology, which is very similar to that in diagnostic quality scanners. And the very nature of a fan beam allows for better resolution than that of a cone beam CT system. With ClearRT, we're seeing less distortion, less noise in the system, and the resolution of the images seems to be quite excellent. We've already been able to utilize the system in a number of different body sites. And some of the areas where we're really seeing some exciting developments is, for example, in treatment of lung cancers, because you can actually see lymph nodes in the chest as they change. In the past, the mediastinum was not very well imaged compared to some of our other modalities that are available. We've been able to watch some unresected breast tumors get smaller. I've been using the system particularly in some of my gynecologic malignancies. Gynecologic malignancies can be very sensitive to radiation dose. The tumors can change very dramatically. And as a result, you often replan these tumors frequently throughout a treatment course. So we've evaluated the throughput on our units very carefully, and we're able to get these high quality images on ClearRT with no impact at all on our throughput. So it's very quick. The time to obtain images is fast, and the image quality is great. I think you're going to see that that the ClearRT system on the Radixact is something that's desirable for many radiation oncology departments, because for the combination of cost effectiveness, quality of your images, and the ability to adapt your fields to accommodate changing tumors are the things that we as radiation oncologists are looking for. If I was asked 3 adjectives to describe the way we feel about ClearRT, I would say first, we're impressed. I would say that we're intrigued. And in fairness, I think it's also fair to say that we're surprised. We expected that the quality of the images would be superior to that of more traditional cone beam images. But I don't think we expected to have trouble distinguishing our ClearRT images from that of a high-quality diagnostic CT scanner. We're very excited about this technology. I think that the Radixact ClearRT system has the potential to really make a difference in radiation oncology.
Isn't it promising to hear that the Radixact system with ClearRT has the potential to change clinical practice? The Radixact system with ClearRT imaging will allow the clinical teams to better visualize tumors and surrounding tissues, and will open a new dimension in personalized radiotherapy treatments. Professor Ale Çağlar, Radiation Oncology Director at Anadolu Medical Center in Gebze, Turkey, has been at the leading edge of advancing adaptive radiotherapy over the last decade.
With the increased imaging and with the high quality of radiotherapy, especially when you're doing fractionated radiotherapy, you always feel that there might be a need for adaptation during the treatment, especially in certain indications like lung cancer, head and neck cancer, and pelvic tumors, due to the motion of the normal structures, due to the motion of the target structures, and due to the responses during the fractionated radiotherapy. So there is obviously a room for adaptation in radiation oncology. I would say that there is a very high importance in the quality of the imaging when you're doing adaptive radiotherapy in radiation oncology, and imaging is the future of the radiotherapy that we can say, and we have to do better imaging every day. Now, very recently, the Radixact system has introduced the ClearRT and the kV helical CT images. Obviously, with the help of those, the image quality is going to be better, and it's going to be faster. In our clinic, the indications for the use of precise art, the adaptive radiotherapy, is majorly for head and neck. We can clearly say that about 50 or 60% of our head and neck cancer patients is in need for an adaptation at least for once during their whole treatment procedure. We also started to use the adaptive radiotherapy protocols for the breast cancer, and obviously there is plenty of room for the pelvic radiotherapies as well. We have a pretty solid workflow for the use of the adaptive radiotherapy with the help of precise art in our clinic in head and neck cancers. There is a dedicated dosimetrist evaluating the images, the offline MV images, twice a week, and looking at the treatment reports at the end of those image reviews. There is a written protocol for all of our patients to understand if there is a need for adaptation, including the target volume coverages and the doses to the organs at risk, like brainstem, salivary glands, oral cavity, and whatsoever. It's a major benefit because it's very practical and it's very objective.
Innovation is a never-ending journey at Accuray. I hope this presentation has inspired you to look at how ClearRT is the product of more than 30 years of pursuing a vision of more precise, more powerful radiotherapy and more personalized treatments for patients worldwide. Just as importantly, I'm convinced this exclusive look at the real-world clinical use of ClearRT can give you confidence. This innovative technology will ensure to see more, know more, and do more. My vision, our vision, is to expand the curative power of radiation therapy and improve as many lives as possible. I want to thank you for joining us today. If you'd like to know more about ClearRT and what true clarity could mean for your practice and your patients, I invite you to sign up for a demo with our experts.